Welcome, everybody. My name is Jessica Glover, and welcome to Preaching to the Choir, or I should say the other side of Preaching to the Choir. My husband, Mike, created Preaching to the Choir as something very real, very organic, talking about faith every Sunday. You can go check his channel out, Mike Glover, MG. He talks about faith every weekend, and it's not just male-focused. It's pretty general. But we wanted to do a female side of it, a female perspective of Preaching to the Choir. And that excites me a lot because I think a lot of both men and women need to talk about faith. We need that sense of community and just to open up the conversation. One verse that is my favorite of all time is Matthew 5:3. Blessed are those poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And why that's so beautiful is because it gets us talking about struggle, which everybody goes through struggle. You look to your neighbor over to the right, you look to your neighbor over to the left, above you, below you, anywhere, and they have a story. Some of you may know or not, but my family and I have been through quite the bit of trauma the past year. Everybody goes through their story. So what is the answer to coping? What's the answer to struggle and human heartache? And for me, that's very simple now. It's the Lord. It didn't used to be so simple for me. I would read psychology books and watch YouTube videos and consult with therapists, and that's okay. That is totally okay. But I missed a huge, major piece to the puzzle. And that was faith. I've always had a strong seed, a strong sense of the Lord's presence. I never questioned it. I'm very grateful for that. I don't deal with the struggle of doubt, but I've always dealt with the struggle of not watering my seed enough to grow. It just laid dormant for a long time. And I feel that a lot of people are in that same boat. Just kind of letting the seed that's planted in the ground not be watered. But it's there. Obviously, right now, what we've got going on in our society is horrific. We've got a very horrific situation. We've got a lot of broken hearts. We've got a lot of broken people, a lot of spiritual darkness. And it's all so complicated, right? Well, I don't think it is, actually. I don't think it's complicated. I think it's simple. God promises his peace if we take it. Do you want it? Why wouldn't you take it? So imagine yourself in this ravine. You're down at the bottom, and it's deep and it's dark down there. Nobody can see you from above. They're standing on top of this mountain, or whatever you think that is. You look down, can't see you. You're that far. You're at rock bottom. That's the most beautiful place that you can be. You want to know why? Because that's where healing begins. Matthew 5:3. Blessed are those poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Because when you get on your knees and you reach your hands up to the sky and say, Jesus, I can't do this anymore myself. I don't have the strength, my little human heart, my little human brain. I don't have the strength anymore. No longer am I a plane without fuel trying to continue. I can only do that for so long. But then you start to nosedive from there. So you're at the bottom of this ravine. I know I got a lot of images coming at you. You're at the bottom of this ravine, lifting your hands up saying, Lord, I need you. I can't do this anymore. He promises his peace. So let's throw out these words: depression, anxiety. Big, big words. I think we've all felt that. I think in society, rather than encourage that with medications, encourage that with diagnoses, encourage that with coolness, I think that we need to start encouraging the answer of the Lord's peace and the Lord's word. He so simply promises that for us. Now, The seed that's within us, the seed of faith, needs to be watered. It needs to be nourished. Can't just sit there. So feed your mind with prayer, with faith, with a community and a circle around you that cares about you, that are Christians, that are working toward the same goal as you are, maybe that are more mature in faith than you, just positive people around you. That's a huge, huge factor in where your mind and where your faith is going, is who you surround yourself with. I personally am just a little babe in the world of faith. I'm just a little baby in the eyes of the Lord. I can only digest a little bit at a time. And eventually I want to get to be more of a mature woman of God. And I'm here to keep the conversations real, focused, and always, whatever we do, glorifying the Lord. So this is just a little welcome video. Every week, I'd like to pick out a verse to kind of expand on, or maybe a couple different verses, if it pertains to current events or just topics I think are relevant, which are a lot. Tell me in the comments below some of the main things that you want to talk about and have a conversation about, so that we can really bring light, as much light we can, to this world and glorify the Lord with just some conversation. Thank you guys for tuning in to this first little mini episode. I like to keep them short and sweet for y'all every Sunday. And check out my husband's as well. Preaching to the choir, just a husband and wife looking to bring a little light with conversation. Thanks, guys.